They say good things come in sets of threes, and we can definitely say the same for world-class roller coasters. But which parks offer the best coaster 1, 2, 3 punch? I'm going to show you 10 parks located all across the world that you have to go visit to experience their top 3 coasters within their lineup. Number 10, Fantasia Land. And their big 3 includes Terran, Fly, and Black Mamba. You are looking at quite possibly the world's best theme park. Fantasia Land pulls out all the stops when it comes to adding new themed rides and attractions. While the park currently is only home to 7 different coasters, they do offer a very solid top 3. Terran is ranked as one of the best intimate coasters ever created, and you have to love the way the park was able to add all the rock work around the ride's layout to really make it feel as if the coaster has been there forever. This project truly was a work of art. Then you have Black Mamba, which I hear is one of the best B&M inverts out there. And this ride offers a great layout with theming all around you, which really sets this inverted coaster a step above the rest. And you can't talk about Fantasia Land and not bring up their new for 2020 Vekoma flying coaster, simply called Fly. This next-gen flying coaster provides a great ride experience that's actually comfortable and even more thrilling than the B&M Flyers. Number 9, Busch Gardens Tampa, and their big 3 include Iron Gwazi, Montu, and Kumba. If Iron Gwazi was not at this park, then honestly it would not make this list. But you cannot talk about the top 3 coasters that are located at a park and not include BGT, because Iron Gwazi is really that good. And I recommend riding it in the very back row at night for the best overall riding experience. For me, Iron Gwazi is my number 1 roller coaster and barely edges out Steel Vengeance and Velocicoaster. Since you can't find a bad coaster at the park, I rounded out the top 3 with Montu and the famed Kumba. Since the coasters that I'm labeling as the top 3 of each of these parks, I am basing it off of the best overall coasters, in my opinion, of course. And the beautiful thing about opinions is that we each have our own. With all that said, I wanted to share with you my honorable mention park, and some of you might not agree, and that's totally okay. Traveling to Mason, Ohio for Kings Island. And the top 3, in my opinion, is the Beast, Mystic Timbers, and Diamondback, which I rank higher than Orion. Sorry, I just think Diamondback is a better overall coaster. While Kings Island might offer one of the best coaster lineups in the entire world, in my opinion, it's hard to pick a top 3 from this park, and on top of that, there's not one staple coaster that is top 10 worthy at Kings Island. And if you're wondering how I rank each coaster at Kings Island, then you definitely want to check out my Kings Island coaster ranking video, and you can find the link to that in this video's description. While this placement may shock some of you, I honestly feel as if it's placed accordingly. Number 8, Six Flags Magic Mountain. The top 3 would be Twisted Colossus, X2, and Wonder Woman Flight of Courage. 2 airtime-filled RMCs to pair along with the craziest coaster in North America help form one of the strongest top 3s ever assembled. Twisted Colossus is a top-tier RMC hybrid, and X2 is in a league of its own. And now, with the new Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, Magic Mountain has a lot more ejector airtime and another world-class first drop. Number 7, Carowinds, and their top 3 would be Fury 325, Copperhead Strike, and Afterburn. As a whole, Carowinds' lineup isn't overall that great when you're looking outside of the top 4, let's be honest. But when you have Fury 325, the world's best Giga Coaster, Copperhead Strike, a very underrated Mach multi-launch, and then Afterburn, it's going to be hard for most parks to beat this top 3. With Carowinds, you can swap out either Copperhead or Afterburn with Intimidator. But let's be honest here, Intimidator really isn't even a top tier B&M hyper. Now before I travel across the world for the next park on the list, if you're enjoying this video, then I hope you have a second to give it a like. Also, be sure to become the newest Theme Park Prediction subscriber, and the best part about all of that is that it's free. Number 6, Fuji-Q Highland. And the top 3 would be Energylandia, Takabisha, and Dodonpa. 3 totally unique coasters that all provide breathtaking views of the one and only Mount Fuji off in the distance. People rave about how good Energylandia is, and to be fair to those claims, this coaster just looks as amazing as everyone's saying it is. Now, if only S&S would build more of these. Takabisha offers 7 twisted inversions and one of the best beyond vertical first drops in the world. Fuji-Q's oldest of the big 3 is Dodonpa, and it's been in operation since 2001. This coaster reaches speeds of 111 miles an hour and now offers a giant vertical loop that was added to the layout in 2017. This coaster looks wild and really bums me out because of how good this ride looks when you compare it to King's Dominion's now defunct Hypersonic. Man, those damn prototypes. Number 5, Hersheypark. Top 3 will be Skyrush, Stormrunner, and Candemonium. A park that offers 3 amazing Intamins, 2 B&Ms, 3 wooden coasters from GCI, and a classic Schwarzkopf is a park that everyone watching this right now needs to plan a visit. This top 3 is rock solid, with the ultra intense Skyrush, which is one of the most insane coasters you can ever ride, and I'm telling you right now, that first drop is just phenomenal. Then you have Stormrunner, which is my favorite Intamin hydraulic launch coaster, and just offers a perfect ride from start to finish. And of course, the new for 2020 B&M Hyper Candemonium creates a very sweet 1-2-3 punch within the coaster world. Number 4, Six Flags Great Adventure. Top 3 would be El Toro, Jersey Devil, and Kingda Ka. 3 world-class, record-breaking coasters, all located at a park that offers something for everyone. El Toro is hands down the best wooden roller coaster out there when it comes to ejector airtime. Great Adventure's newest coaster, Jersey Devil, is an airtime-filled ride that offers 3 inversions and a great layout with an even better setting. And of course, you can stack both of these coasters on top of each other and still have room to add Medusa to the height to reach the top of the tallest roller coaster in the world, Kingda Ka. This 456 foot tall roller coaster is just a must ride all around. Number 3, Islands of Adventure. And the top 3 would be Velocicoaster, The Incredible Hawk, and Hagrid's. Velocicoaster is a revolutionary ride that will be talked about forever, as far as the layout goes, the theme, and how much of an impact it made for Islands of Adventure. In fact, I predict that Velocicoaster will still be in most of our top 10s by the end of this decade, and most likely even longer. For families, IOA offers yet another world-class Intamin roller coaster, and that would be Hagrid's, which features 7 LSM launches, crazy good theming, and just an overall fantastic ride experience. Located across the lagoon is the Incredible Hawk, and this B&M sit-down coaster has been thrilling riders since 1999, and still to this day offers a fantastic and intense ride. Number 2, Energylandia, and the top 3 would be Abyssus, Hyperion, and Zadra. You'll enjoy a Vekoma multi-launch, an Intamin hypercoaster, and arguably the best looking roller coaster ever created in Zadra. Now with having 3 world-class coasters, you would think that these rides have been thrilling people visiting Energylandia for decades. But that's not the case, because Hyperion opened in 2018, then Zadra followed in 2019, and Abyssus opened in 2021. It's clear that this park isn't slowing down anytime soon, and I think they'll be the number 1 park on this list in just a few short years from now. And now, it's time for the number 1 park on this list that offers the best coaster 1-2-3 punch, and that would be Six Flags America, where you have Mindy Racer, Roar, and Batwing. Okay, I kid. The number one park in the world that offers the best 1, 2, 3 punch would be Cedar Point, with Maverick, Millennium Force, and Steel Vengeance. America's Rockin' Roller Coaster might not be as rockin' as it used to be, considering that the last coaster added to the park was in 2018. And I do predict that Top Thrill Dragster, as we know it, is never going to operate the same again. And I hate to throw more bad news out at you, but a large-scale coaster is not going to get built along the beach on the former site of Wicked Twister. Now, I could see a small family coaster going in here, but nothing major, because we're looking at a new restaurant and entertainment area for the park guests to enjoy. But the good news is, Cedar Point still has Maverick, Millennium Force, and Steel Vengeance. All 3 coasters that could easily be anyone's number one. This is the best 1, 2, 3 punch of any coaster lineup in the world, and it's going to be really hard to beat. What other parks do you think offer a great 1, 2, 3 punch that I did not mention? Be sure to share with me in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.